All right, how you guys doing? We hopping into Deuteronomy 29. No, I think we're on 30. Didn't we just do 30? What number are we on? We did 30. We're on 31 and 32. And it shall come to pass when all these things. Wait, no, we just did 30. I can't think. And Moses went and spake these words unto all Israel. He said unto them, I am 120 years old this day. I can no more go out and come in. Also, the Lord said to me, Thou shalt not go over this Jordan, and the Lord thy God, he will go out before thee. He will destroy the nations from before thee. Thou shalt possess them, and Joshua he shall go over before thee, as the Lord hath said. And the Lord shall do unto them as he did to Sihon and to Og and to the king of the Amorites and to the land of them whom he destroyed. And the Lord shall give them up before your face, that ye may do unto them according to all thy commandments which I have commanded you. Be strong and of good courage. Fear not, nor be afraid of them, for the Lord thy God, he it is that doth go with thee, and he will not fail thee nor forsake thee. And Moses called unto Joshua and said unto him in the sight of all Israel, Be strong and of good courage, for thou must go with this people unto the land which the Lord has sworn unto their fathers to give them, and thou shalt cause them to inherit it. And the Lord, he it is that doth go before thee. He will be with thee. He will not fail thee, neither forsake thee, neither thou be dismayed. And fear not. Moses wrote this law, delivered it unto the priests, the sons of Levi, which bear the ark of the covenant, and the Lord unto all the children of the elders of Israel. And Moses commanded them, saying, At the end of every 7 years, in the solemnity of the year of release, solemnity, which I think is what I said, of the year of release, and the feast of the tabernacles, when all Israel is to come to appear before the Lord thy God in a place which he shall choose. Thou shalt read this law before Israel in their hearing. Gather the people together, men and women and children, and thy stranger that is within thy gates, that they may hear, that they may learn, they may fear the Lord your God, and to observe all the words of the law, that their children, which have not known anything, may hear and learn to fear the Lord your God, as long as ye live in the land whither ye go over the Jordan to possess it. And the Lord had said unto Moses, Behold, thy days approach that thou may die. Call Joshua, present yourselves in the tabernacle of the congregation, that I may give him charge. And Moses and Joshua went and presented themselves in the tabernacle of the congregation. And the Lord appeared in the tabernacle in a pillar of a cloud, and a pillar of a cloud stood over the door of the tabernacle. And Moses said unto the Lord, Behold, thou shalt sleep with thy fathers, and this people will rise up and go a whoring after the gods of strangers in the land whither they go to be among them, and will forsake me and break my covenant which I have made with them. Then my anger shall be kindled against them in that day, and I will forsake them, and I will hide my face from them, and they shall be devoured, and many evils and troubles shall befall them, so that they will say in this day, Are not these evils that come upon us, because God is not among us? And I will surely hide my face in that day for all the evils which they have wrought, in that they are turned to other gods. Now therefore write ye this song for you, and teach the children of Israel. Put in their mouths this song, that it may be a witness for me against the children of Israel. For when I shall have brought them into the land which I swore unto their fathers, that flows with milk and honey, and they shall have eaten and filled themselves and waxen fat, that they will turn unto other gods and serve them and provoke me and break my covenant. And it shall come to pass, when many evils and troubles shall befallen them, that this song shall testify against them as a witness, for it shall not be forgotten out of the mouths of their seed. For I know their imagination which they go out about, even now, before I brought them into the land which I swear. Moses therefore wrote this song the same day and taught it to the children of Israel. He gave Joshua the son of Nun a charge, and said, Be strong and of good courage, for thou shalt bring the children of Israel into the land which I swear unto them, and I will be with thee. And it came to pass that when Moses had made an end of writing the words of the law of the book until they were finished, that Moses commanded the Levites which bear the ark of the covenant of the Lord, saying, Take this book of the law, put it in the side of the ark of the covenant of the Lord your God, that it may be for a witness against thee. For I know thy rebellion and thy stiff neck. Behold, while I am yet alive with you this day, ye have been rebellious against the Lord. How much more after my death? Gather unto me all the children of the elders of your tribes, and of the officers, that I may speak these words in their ears, and call heaven and earth to record against them. And I know that after my death you will surely corrupt yourselves, and turn aside from the way which I have commanded you, and evil will befall you in the latter days, because you will do evil in the sight of the Lord, to provoke him to anger through the works of your hands. And Moses spake in the ears of all the congregation of Israel the words of this song, until they were ended. And then we go on to chapter 32. Give ear, O ye heavens, and I will speak, and hear, O earth, the words of my mouth. My doctrine shall drop as the rain, my speech shall distill the dew, and the small rain upon the tender herb, and as the showers upon the grass. Because I will publish the name of the Lord, ascribe ye greatness unto our God. He is the rock, and his word is perfect, for all his ways are judgment. A God of truth, without iniquity, the just and the right is he. They have corrupted themselves, and their spot is not in the spot of his children. They are a perverse and crooked generation. Do ye thus requite the Lord, O foolish people and unwise? Is not he thy father that hath brought thee? He not made thee and established thee? Remember the days of old, consider the years of many generations, and ask thy father, he will show thee. Ask thy elders, and he will tell thee. When the Most High divided the nations and their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam and set the bounds of the people according to the number of their children of Israel. For the Lord's portion is his people, and Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. He found him in a desert land and in the waste, howling wilderness. He led him about, instructed him, and he kept as the apple of his eye. As an eagle strutteth up her nest, fluttereth over her young, and spreads abroad her wings. Take them and bereath them on her wings. So the Lord alone did lead them, and there was no strange God with him. He made him on the high places of the earth, that he may eat the increase of the fields. And he made him to suck honey out of the rock, and oil out of the flinty rock. Butter of kine, milk of sheep, with fat of lambs and rams, and the bread of Bashan, and goats, and the fat of kidneys of wheat. And thou did drink the pure blood of the grape. And Jeshurun waxed fat, and kicked, and thou art waxen fat, and art grown thick, and thou art covered with fatness. And then he forsook God which made him, and he lightly esteemed the rock of his salvation. And they provoked him to jealousy with strange gods, and with abominations provoked him they to anger. And they sacrificed unto devils, not to gods whom they knew not, to new gods that came newly up, who your fathers feared not. And of the rock that begot thee, thou art unmindful, and hath forgotten that God had formed thee. And when the Lord saw it, he abhorred them because of the provoking of his sons and of his daughters. And he said, I will hide my face from them. I will see what their end shall be, for they are very froward generation, children in whom that is no faith. And they have moved me to jealousy with that which is not God. They have provoked me to anger with their vanities, and I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people, and I'll provoke them to anger with the foolish nation. For a fire is kindled in mine anger, and shall burn unto the lowest hell, and shall consume the earth with her increase, and set on fire the foundations of the mountains. I will heap mischiefs upon them, and I will spend mine arrows upon them, and they shall be burnt with hunger, and devour with burning heat, with bitter destruction. I will also send a teeth of beasts upon them, with the poison of serpents of the dust, and a sword without, the terror within, and shall destroy both the young man and the virgin, and the suckling also with the man of gray hairs. I said I would scatter them into the corners, and I will make them a remembrance of them, to cease from among men. Were it not that I feared the wrath of my enemy, lest their adversaries should behave themselves strangely, and lest they should say, Our hand is high, and the Lord hath done all this. For they are a nation void of counsel, neither is there any understanding in them. Oh, that they were wise, and they understood this, that they should consider in their latter end. How should one chase 1,000, and two put 10,000 to flight, except for the rock had sold them, and the Lord hath not shut them up? For their rock is not as our rock, even our enemies themselves being judges, for their vine is not the vine of Sodom, and the fields of Gomorrah, and their grapes are the grape of Gaal, and their clusters are bitter, and their wine is the poison of dragons, and the cruel venom of asps. Is this not laid up in stone with me, and sealed up among my treasures? To me belongeth vengeance and recompense. Their fools shall slide in due time. For the day of their calamity is at hand, and all the things that shall come upon them shall make haste. For the Lord shall judge his people, and repent himself for his servants. And when he sees that their power is gone, and there is none shut up or left, he shall say, Where are their gods, their rock in whom they trusted? Which did they eat the fat of the sacrifice, and drink the wine of their drink offerings? Let them rise up and help you, and be your protection. See now, that I, even I, am he. There is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. For I lift up my hand to heaven, and I say, I live forever. If I whet my glittering sword, and mine hand take hold of judgment, and I will render vengeance to my enemies, and reward them that hate me. I will make mine arrows drunk with blood, and my sword shall devour flesh, and that with the blood of the slain of the captives, from the beginning of revenges upon thine enemy. Rejoice, O ye nations, with his people, for he will avenge the blood of his servants, and will render judgment to his adversaries, and will be merciful unto his land, and to his people. And Moses came and spake all the words of the song in the ears of the people, he, Hoshea the son of Nun. And Moses made an end of the speaking of all the words to Israel. And he said unto them, Set your hearts unto all the words which I testify among you this day, which ye shall command your children to observe to do, all the words of this law. For it is not a vain thing to do, because it is your life. And through this thing ye shall prolong your days in the land, whither ye go over to the Jordan to possess it. And the Lord spake unto Moses that selfsame day, saying, Get thee up this mountain, Abarim, unto Mount Nebo, which is in the land of Moab. This is over against Jericho. And behold, the land of Canaan, which I give unto the children of Israel for possession. And die in the mount whither thou goest up, and be gathered unto thy people, as Aaron thy brother died in Mount Hor, and was gathered unto his people, because ye trespassed against me among the children of Israel at the waters of Meribah Kadesh, the wilderness of Zin, and because ye sanctified me not in the midst of the children of Israel, yet thou shalt see the land before thee, but thou shalt not go thither into the land, which I will give the children of Israel. And that'll be all. I hope y'all have a great rest of your day. Peace.